Anybody in public office who has this kind of criminal charges, they should take a leave of absence, if not resign.
2 current BC MLAs are facing criminal charges. They are still working and active as elected officials. Another MLA says that's not okay.
I can imagine people sitting in this room years from now, having a scotch, listening to music, and musing about the history of this building.
A Victoria developer has big plans for a long-time eyesore.
That highest level, it's nice to watch it, but it almost seems like it's there and not here.
The final countdown is on to the FIFA World Cup. So are folks here on Vancouver Island getting caught up in the hype? We'll find out. CHEK News starts now. Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Right now, 2 MLAs are facing criminal charges, one of assault and choking, the other sexual assault. They are both contesting those charges and are still working, but another MLA says the rules need to change to give them the boot. Corey Sidaway has more.
In the House, where provincial laws are made, debated, and scrutinized at the highest level, 2 officials are facing serious criminal charges.
Anybody in public office who has this kind of criminal charges, they should take a leave of absence, if not resign.
Despite the charges, both are staying on the job. The latest, Jordan Keeley, is facing 1 charge of sexual assault. He maintains his innocence, saying he won't be stepping down. He is now the 2nd MLA elected under the BC Conservative banner in 2024, who has since been charged with assault. In March, Richmond Centre MLA Han Chan was kicked out of the BC Conservative caucus after being charged with assault and choking. He says he disagrees with that allegation and remains an active elected official and member of the BC Conservative Party.
Asking people to do the right thing for the public is obviously not working.
Independent MLA Amelia Boultby says these MLAs shouldn't be on the job and is crafting a new bill that would automatically put them and other MLAs potentially facing criminal charges on mandatory leave.
So the way that I'm envisioning the policy to work is that upon the charges being laid, the elected representative immediately can no longer vote or perform any of the functions of their office. They would retain their pay, and basically they would keep their job on paper until the court has resolved the matter.
In 2022, the province put in place a similar rule for municipally elected officials to help maintain public confidence, but not for itself.
There isn't legislation on this because until now, we have not had MLAs who have been trusted by the public, who serve vulnerable people, face criminal charges of violence, and refuse to step down.
Laura maintains the accused MLAs should resign and that BC Conservatives should join them in that call.
Frankly, I'm disappointed they haven't, and I hope that they will.
Newly elected BC Conservative leader Carrie Lynn Finlay didn't respond to CHEK News' request for comment today, but party executives have previously said Keeley will not be joining the caucus or party. Bowlby says if Keeley and Chan aren't resigning, the loophole needs to close to maintain public trust. None of the allegations against the 2 MLAs have been proven in court.
This is what we're talking about on Checkpoint tonight. We want to know what you think. Should MLAs facing criminal charges automatically be required to go on leave? You can vote at checknews.ca. We'll have results for you a little bit later in the newscast. Souk RCMP say they've been busy taking impaired drivers off the road so far this year. Between January 1st and June 1st, officers nabbed 55 impaired drivers through proactive enforcement and calls from the public. Most of those drivers lost their licenses and are subject to fines and their vehicles being impounded. RCMP are also reminding boaters they face the same penalties if they are impaired on the water. Several whale watchers on the Nanaimo shoreline have filed complaints with Fisheries and Oceans after watching a Nanaimo Port Authority boat get too close to a group of killer whales.
Oh my God, they're right beside me. Okay, that is too close.
It happened around 9 o'clock Saturday evening in Departure Bay. The Nanaimo Port Authority boat appeared to be piloted within close proximity to the orcas. In BC waters, boats are required to be 1,000 meters from southern resident orcas and 200 meters from other orcas like Big's killer whales. One witness says her heart sank as she saw the boat approaching the mammals.
Just being how active the whales were, it was concerning to me. And I was kind of going back and forth between my phone and my binoculars. And so I pulled my binoculars back up just to kind of see more of how close they were getting. And yeah, I really did not like what I saw. It seemed way too close to me.
But the Nanaimo Port Authority says the boat's crew was just on a scheduled patrol looking for illegal floats and wasn't aware the whales were in the area. The Port Authority says the boat's captain did put the engine into neutral when he saw the whales.
So when they felt the whales were clear of their track, they engaged with one engine and pulled clear, confirmed where the whales were, and then proceeded to their next tasking.
The Port Authority says it's fully reviewed the matter and can confirm the crew was in the location they were supposed to be in for their patrols, estimating the boat was at least 40 meters from the animals. They say the crew's one fault was delaying a report that would have notified other mariners to the whale's presence. Students in Nanaimo will have more room to learn this fall with the completion of a new addition at Wellington Secondary School. The announcement came with a performance by the high school's jazz band. The $9 million project funded by the province will add 150 student seats through 6 new classrooms designed to help accommodate growing enrollment in the Nanaimo Ladysmith School District. The addition also includes flexible learning spaces, an elevator to improve accessibility, a covered breezeway connecting to the main school, and energy-efficient building systems.
It's about more than just providing buildings. We're talking about ensuring students can learn in spaces that inspire them, support them, and help them thrive.
The new space at Wellington Secondary is scheduled to open in September 2026. The historic BC Power Commission building on Blanchard has become an eyesore over the years, but a developer is hoping to breathe new life into the Art Deco building by converting it into a hotel. That's good news for Destination Greater Victoria. It says the region is facing a hotel room shortage. Mackenzie Reed has more.
On a rainy day like today, this building looks very dreary. Dull color, old windows, and crumbling paint.
It's kind of hiding here. And the paint's a bit faded. It's a little bit, needs some TLC.
But this developer is looking to revitalize this building and convert it into a new hotel.
It'll really come back to life.
This Art Deco style building was built in 1949 as a potential hospital, later serving as the BC Power Commission headquarters from 1950 to 2019 when Reliance Properties bought the building. Now serving as an office space for artists, the developer plans to take this worn-down building and turn it into this Art Deco 126-room hotel.
Unlike some other projects where they've just kept the facade, we're going to keep the entire building. We're going to keep the structure. The structure will be upgraded to meet current seismic standards and all new plumbing, wiring, and all new rooms.
Along with keeping the outside of the building intact and adding another floor for rooms, the plan is to keep the historic interior features, including this staircase railing, which features the BC Power Commission lettering, as much wood paneling as they can, and this office, which will be converted into a lounge.
People always really enjoy. I can imagine people sitting in this room a few years from now, having a scotch, listening to music, and musing about the history of this building.
It's something this councillor is interested in hearing more about.
We really do need a lot more hotel rooms. We've got a really booming tourism sector. We had record tourism last summer, and we're expecting even more this year.
According to a recent report by Destination Greater Victoria, there are currently 4,500 hotel rooms across the region, a 25% drop since 2016, which has created a crunch in availability. Last year, the region saw a nearly 80% occupancy rate, reaching 94% in parts of the summer. The report showing 2,000 hotel rooms will need to be added to the region over the next 10 years to keep up with increasing tourism trends.
Making sure we have enough rooms to meet the demand and different types of hotels. I think it's going to be critical.
There are several hotel projects underway, including the 167-room Hyatt-branded hotel at Broad and Johnson, expected to open in 2028. But for this project, Reliance Properties has submitted a heritage alteration permit to the city in hopes the project will go to council before the election this fall,
We hope we can start that work next year.
with the goal of opening to the public in about 3 years.
BC had the steepest decline in average apartment rents in Canada as the entire country is poised for a slower than usual summer rental market. The monthly analysis by rentals.ca and Urbanation says BC's average apartment rate fell 5.4% in May to just over $2,300. BC is also no longer the most expensive apartment rental market in Canada, with Nova Scotia's rents rising by 2.6% to edge out our province. Overall, Canada's average asking rent for May sits at just over $2,000, down 4.7% year over year. In Victoria, rental prices are continuing to follow the national trend in dropping, while Nanaimo's prices continue to climb. In Victoria, now at the 15th most expensive market, rentals are now listed for an average of $2,257. One-bedroom listing units go for an average of $2,009, which is a 2.1% decrease year over year, and two bedrooms for $2,598. That's a decline of 3.9%. Nanaimo, which is the 31st most expensive market, rentals are listed for an average of $2,027 overall. One bedrooms climbed by 3.6% to $1,844, and two bedrooms increased by 3.1% to $2,244. Drumming and singing echoed at Thunderbird Park today, celebrating the raising of an iconic totem pole. It's made of red cedar, also known as the Tree of Life. It was first crafted by master carver Dr. Richard Hunt, and nearly 50 years later, he has returned to re-raise the totem pole after restoration work.
Well, I repainted it, I think 2 years ago, because it hadn't been painted since it was put up. But I repainted it, and then they decided that the rays were not sunk in deep enough. So we sunk them in, and I made brand new ones because the older ones were a little bit rotten.
Hunt carved the totem pole back in 1979. It features animal figures, family crests connected to Hunt's heritage, and has stood next to the Royal BC Museum for decades. Soccer fans, your wait is almost over. Saturday morning, Vancouver's host duties at the FIFA World Cup kick off, and today we got an advanced preview of what the stadium will look like. For Island fans, it's the chance of a lifetime, but it doesn't come cheap. Jordan Cunningham has more.
With its transformation complete, it's the house Canada built and BC paid for.
This is where a World Cup starts, the stadium pitch.
BC Place is ready to host its first of 7 matches for FIFA 2026, Saturday between Turkey and Australia. The temporary lush green carpet of real grass is in place. All that's missing are the teams and, of course, the people. If you've got World Cup tickets, chances are it's cost you plenty of green.
We're very close to being sold out across all 7 match days here in Vancouver.
John Lyer is headed over to a game, and despite selling most of the jerseys of the soccer world at his store, Soccer World, he's not much of a World Cup type guy.
I'm kind of a grassroots guy, you know, the kids playing the game, and that's what brings me joy, to tell you the truth. At that highest level, it's nice to watch it, but it almost seems like it's there and not here.
On Vancouver Island, it's easy to feel far removed from the action. The biggest barrier, probably price.
It doesn't sit particularly well with me, just the fact that they're so expensive, and it really eliminates a lot of people who probably just can't afford it.
While it's certainly cheaper to buy your team's jersey and watch it all on TV, it's tough to pass up for a real fan. John's excited, too, to be headed over for a game, a freebie courtesy of one of his suppliers.
Who are you seeing?
We're seeing, Katie, who are we seeing?
Egypt and New Zealand.
Most of us use Siri when we need answers. At Soccer World, it's Katie. In a galaxy of good-looking jerseys, some do stand out.
What's the absolute hottest seller?
Katie, what's the hottest seller?
Canada's been big. Scotland's been big.
This is the biggest World Cup ever with 48 teams, a substantial uptick from the usual 32. Along with the giants of the games, we'll see countries like Curacao and Cape Verde.
Where's Cape Verde?
I don't know.
Africa? Thank you.
As for our co-hosts, you'll find Mexican shoes and jerseys, but
we don't even have a U.S. jersey here.
not a hot seller.
No.
With the money you'll save on that U.S. jersey, you can always hop a ferry.
I don't even care who's playing, to be quite honest. The whole atmosphere sometimes is a lot of fun.
Because ready or not, here we go.
Sports Illustrated says Vancouver tops the list of 16 host cities for the World Cup. The magazine says BC Place Stadium's location in the downtown core and accessibility by transit gives the city an edge compared to other hosts where stadiums are far from central locations. The magazine's rankings say Americans and Europeans may also find Vancouver affordable compared to other host cities because of the currency exchange rate. Premier David Eby says he's proud to see Vancouver get recognized above the other host cities, which place San Francisco last among the 16 and Toronto at number 3. All right, it's Upside Down, and guys, I don't know, there'll be some probably soccer playing where you are over the next month or so at some point.
Well, you know what? Every parent of any soccer player, including you, and you got 2 in your family, Colt and Cooper, knows about playing that game in the rain. So today would be a good soccer day.
You know what? My boys are both
out there right now,
playing the beautiful game in the rain. Yeah, pretty big soccer tournament coming. Starting later this week, and we're here at the Irish Times, and they'll have all the games on. They got the flags up
It's
right now.
It's a global event, I think, is it not? Ooh. I believe we're trying to stick in a little bit around what we can and can't legally say here, but yeah.
Just
global
a soccer tournament. It's a big one.
Yes.
And Canada's playing, and we're excited to be one of the host countries.
Yeah, so we're here at the Irish Times tonight, and we're just going to show you ball. Okay,
no,
we're both ball. Thanks, pal. Yeah.
Oh, it's short.
If you don't like the show, you can just maybe not watch the show. It's as simple as that, all right? Let me get this guy.
Get that.
Look, you got a channel changer. Tune to another channel if you don't like the show.
Hands out of your pockets there, big
how
guy.
about this? Oh, now he's Mr. Quiet. Like, Oh, yeah, not a word out of this guy.
Tall, dark, and handsome here is Riley Green, who my wife has a crush on, and he'll be at Sunfest. Sunfest, one of the favorite weekends of the year in the Cowichan Valley, the August-long weekend, and you have a chance to win a meet and greet with Tall, Dark, and Handsome Riley Green. This is Flat Riley, and Flat Riley is going to be at different businesses throughout Duncan, Cowichan Valley, here in Victoria as well, including CHEK. So there's where he's going to be at. The QR code is there. You take a selfie, you mail that in, and you have a chance to win meet and greet with this handsome fella.
Yeah, so good luck with that. Just get your selfie here. It won't be here.
It'll be a CHEK News.
It'll be a CHEK
and all
News
the other
right
businesses
beside
there.
our 2 cutouts. What a contrast
Yeah, isn't that good? He actually is 6'4".
Yeah.
And I think my wife's running down here right now to get her
She
photo
might be.
taken
Who can
with-
blame her?
with,
Good-looking boy here.
Riley Green.
Had the big hit with Ella Langley called "Excuse Me, You Look Like You Love Me," which I believe was your opening line to your wife years ago in a place just like this, was it not?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Eating chicken wings.
Worked like that. Yeah. Excuse me, you look like you love me.
What do you think, Stacey? He's pretty handsome, isn't he?
I think you're in trouble, Jeff. I'm just going to say, even with Flat Riley, doesn't even have to be three-dimensional Riley. I think even Flat Riley is going to give you a run for your money.
I agree with it for sure, yeah.
All right, but you got the same kind of plaid shirts on, so, never know.
Yeah.
You know what? Exactly.
There you go. Nice. Okay, don't hurt yourself. All right, guys, thanks. We'll check back in with you at the Irish Times in a few minutes. Still to come on CHEK tonight as well, another European company is interested in BC's LNG. We'll tell you about that and this story. Location, location, location. It's of utmost importance if you're a fan of orca watching. We'll tell you more about this incredible encounter when CHEK News returns.
Before this happens to you, bring your boat back to life with Sherwood Marine. Sherwood Marine Center has select Suzuki outboards priced to move. Save up to $1,500 or get financing as low as 0.99% on motors over 30 horsepower. Plus, a 6-year warranty. And additional discounts on older stock Suzuki outboards. Repower your boat with Suzuki, the ultimate outboard motor. Visit Sherwood Marine Center on Oldfield Road at Keating Crossroads, because life's better on a boat.
At Save On Foods, our new Unreal Deal is on. Plus, get an extra deal when you load your My Offers. Find new deals every week at our best prices.
Why do we tell people to use less of our product?
Because being power smart saves energy and money.
Use less when you can.
And more when it matters.
Ensuring more clean power for BC.
Plus, we've got programs, rewards, and rebates to help.
Awaken your senses in a floral paradise at the Butch Art Gardens. Immerse yourself in the sights and sounds and enjoy afternoon tea. Then walk into a magical wonderland at dusk with the garden's night illuminations. Experience the beauty of the Butch Art Gardens.
The quest for the Holy Grail begins with Monty Python's Spamalot, presented by Broadway in Victoria, August 28th to 30th at the Royal Theatre. You can win 4 seats to opening night. Go to checknews.ca for your chance to see the funniest musical on Broadway. This summer, Victoria comes together at the Q Center. Big hits, big goals, big moments. Bring the family and be part of Victoria's summer-long party at the Q Center. Victoria Shamrocks Lacrosse. Get your tickets now.
That one right there. You gotta respect the sheer creativity, John.
There's clearly a strategy here, just taking me a couple of minutes to identify it.
This Father's Day, Point Hope Maritime is hosting a free open house and Ralmax Group job fair. Head to the Empress Dock or Selkirk Dock to catch a free harbor ferry to and from the event and experience the perfect Father's Day outing. Shipyard tours, local artists, live entertainment, fun for the whole family. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come see us.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Island Eye Care in Victoria. Do your eyes itch, water, or burn? You may be suffering from dry eye. Get real answers and say goodbye to dry eye.
People across BC will continue to have greater access to fresh, locally grown food this year through the BC Farmers Market Nutrition Coupon Program, backed by $4.25 million in provincial funding. The program, delivered by the BC Association of Farmers Markets, provides eligible households with coupons up to $27 a week that can be used to purchase fresh food from participating farmers markets for as many as 16 weeks during the local market season. Coupons can be used to purchase a range of products, including fruits, vegetables, eggs, dairy, herbs, plants, honey, meat, and fish. The Nutrition Coupon Program operates in nearly 100 communities throughout BC and approximately 8,200 households. A second European utility has shown interest in buying liquefied natural gas from a planned northern BC project. Uniper, based in Dusseldorf, Germany, has signed a letter of interest with Silis Sums LNG for possibly buying up 2 million tons of natural gas annually starting as early as 2032. Silisums is a planned floating facility near the Alaska border on the northern BC coast that is projected to export up to 12 million tons of LNG per year. Last month, the German government-owned Securing Energy for Europe committed to buying 1 million tons of LNG from Silisums for up to 20 years. Pierre Poilievre has made his pitch for national unity. He says the best way to thwart the separatist movement in Alberta is for Ottawa to free up resources, build pipelines, and respect provincial autonomy.
You don't need a federal government to put up a stop sign, approve a mine, build a road or a hospital that is only inside one province. You do need it to clear the way for a railway or a pipeline that crosses many provinces.
Poilievre reaching out to a movement he says is born of anger at specific federal government policies, not the idea of Canada itself. An Alberta court recently overturned an approval by the province's electoral body of a question on separation, arguing it violates Indigenous peoples' treaty rights. The Alberta government is not only appealing that decision, but Premier Daniel Smith has placed a question on a referendum ballot for October, asking voters if they want to stay in Canada or agree there should eventually be a vote on separation. Financial fraud costs Canadians hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and in many cases, people end up bearing the financial loss because banks refuse to reimburse them. One TD Bank customer in Nova Scotia is dealing with exactly this situation. Erica Johnson has his story and more on why some advocates say Canada's anti-fraud laws aren't strong enough.
I was panicked. I was kind of like a small heart attack.
Shakir Ahmed is talking about a text from TD Bank alerting him his credit line was nearing the limit. When he checked 10 transactions he says he didn't authorize, he was suddenly almost $15,000 in debt.
I am not like a high-income guy. We have mortgage, car payment, kids.
He reported the fraud, filed a police report, but his request for reimbursement was declined. TD said his IP address and one-time passcodes were used.
I can't explain in words how big this is on me, yeah.
Thing is, he insists he got no passcodes. We asked TD several times what evidence it has his account wasn't hacked. A spokesperson wouldn't say. That's a problem, says this cybersecurity expert.
No evidence of negligence was provided by the banking institution. And I don't know why that is, because if I were the bank, that's the first thing I would show.
He says Canada lags behind other countries like the UK, Singapore, and Australia when it comes to protecting consumers from fraud losses. They have legislation that holds the banks responsible if they can't prove gross negligence by the customer.
So they are incentivized to have proper anti-fraud controls in place.
We asked the federal government why banks here aren't held more responsible for fraud, something consumer advocates and even the banking ombudsman have called for. But the finance minister didn't answer the question.
We're going to be consulting. Like I said, that's why we will launch consultation.
Meantime, Ahmed says TD has begun clawing back monthly payments, including interest, a financial toll he says is devastating.
I did everything to protect my account. They didn't do enough to protect my money.
Canada has a new Governor General. Louise Arbour was sworn in as the King's 31st representative in Canada during a formal ceremony in the nation's capital.
Do you, Louise Arbour, solemnly affirm that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, King of Canada, his heirs and successors?
I do.
Arbour's installation took place in the Senate's temporary home in Ottawa's historic former Central train station. The Prime Minister, some of his predecessors, and outgoing Governor General Mary Simon were among the many dignitaries in attendance. Arbour is a former Supreme Court justice who's also served in many influential roles abroad, including as the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. A spectacular show in Dodd Narrows near Nanaimo this weekend. Some people were lucky enough to be on the edge of the passage when a group of orcas swam by, often breaching the surface. The whales stayed in the area for several minutes, wowing those who were lucky enough to see them. Incredible. Nearly 36 people have been killed and hundreds injured in an earthquake in the Philippines. We'll have the latest when CHEK News returns. The Canadian dollar was down more than a tenth to 71.70 US. The TSX was up 65 points. The Dow fell almost 81. The Nasdaq added 220. Gold shed $1.90 an ounce, and oil increased 76 cents to $91.30 a barrel.
Welcome back to the 90s, where play went next level. This was the era of street sports, big teams, and endless after-school adventures. Recreation grew, families got moving, and our centers became the place to connect. Rewind, refresh, recreate. Relive the fun at West Shore Parks and Recreation.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group. Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
Maya trusts Intact Insurance. So does Margot's favorite cafe. Oh, careful. Bill, too. Bill, you mind?
No. Can you lift her higher?
Sam and Jen trust Intact, too. So does that shipping company. Oh, and whoever owns that skyscraper up there. And to think, that's just one street. Intact Insurance goes the extra mile to protect over 6 million cars, homes, and businesses.
Is it too big? It's Canadian Tire's Big Red Sale. It should be big. I mean, it's a big sale, isn't it?
The Summer Big Red Sale, on from June 4th to 11th.
Yeah, that's just the way you make me. So feels like I'm powerful with a that's just the way you make me feel.
Your local Tim's is hiring. And here, you can build confidence, level up your skills, and get support for your future. Apply today and take the first step into what comes next.
Are you waking up to pee at 1, 2, or even 3? Do you find your giggles can turn to dribbles? You're not alone. These issues are common, but they're not normal. I had them too, and it's why I started Eurospot. We combine technology, education, and health coaching to help women and men say goodbye to bladder leaks, urgency, prolapse, and other pelvic health issues, including ED. How? Simply by sitting on a chair fully clothed, rebooting the connection between your brain, bladder, and pelvic floor.
Password.
90.
Lingerie.
It's all about saying just enough.
Cactus.
Trick.
That's what it should have been, actually, yeah.
It's time to play.
Password. Mondays at 8 on CHEK. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
A magnitude 7.8 earthquake has struck the Philippines, leaving destruction and devastation for residents. Janice Mackey-Freer has more.
This morning, growing fears of devastation from a 0.8 and centered offshore, some 20 miles deep. Elementary students returning to school after their summer break huddled together as strong shaking brought down the roof, while triggering 3-foot tsunami waves along the coast. Among the areas hardest hit, the southern port city of General Santos, where several buildings collapsed. This is what it looked like inside one of them, in the rush to get people out. The airport sustaining damage and closed temporarily. The quake hitting just after 7:30 a.m. local time, with a series of aftershocks that followed. For hours, a tsunami warning was in effect across the Pacific, the president declaring an emergency. The region in the so-called Ring of Fire experiences hundreds of earthquakes every year. The challenge now, with widespread damage and thousands displaced, getting help to those who need it.
Former 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley has given his first interview since his controversial dismissal from the program. The veteran journalist is leveling serious allegations of editorial interference and bias at CBS. Georgie Smythe explains.
Those stories and more.
60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley now on the other side of the microphone, speaking with the New York Times in his first sit-down interview since he was fired by CBS.
There was a thumb on the scale for the president's version of events that I felt was a level of political influence that I had never seen in 37 years at CBS News.
Pelley was unsparing in his criticism of the management of his former network. Pelley alleges there's a new subtle political bias pointing to changes he was asked to make to a story about the immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. In response, the company told The Times it only cares about accurate and fair reporting. Pelley became emotional when asked about attacks from President Donald Trump.
He also said you were part of this gang of stupid, crooked people that don't care about your country.
You become a journalist because you love the country. And while all the other descriptions that the president used about me might be applicable, not that one.
The president launched a similar attack on NBC's Meet the Press Sunday against another journalist.
And you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN. But Mr. President, you're one-sided crooked network. So let's call it quits, because I've had enough.
Pelly's exit from CBS follows a rocky period at the network. Shows were cancelled, top staff and correspondents have left or been fired under new editor-in-chief Barry Weiss, who was appointed after a media merger that some observers say was too close to the White House.
In journalism, corporate and editorial need to stay out of each other's way. It's really just let journalists do their work without any interference.
Health Check is brought to you by Maycock Eye Care, helping you keep sight of what's important since 1949.
New research suggests a better night's sleep for older adults may be just a few clicks away. Researchers at a Montreal-based Institute of Geriatrics had participants complete an online program designed to treat insomnia and anxiety. They found half the participants slept better and reported fewer symptoms of insomnia compared with when they started the treatment. The 2-month-long program is based on cognitive behavioral therapy. That's a form of psychotherapy that helps people identify and change thoughts and behaviors.
The rooftop has usually got a lot of vacancies. So we thought, let's take that underutilized public space and give it a better use.
The top floor of a downtown Victoria parkade may soon become greener, but not everyone supports sacrificing parking spots for garden plots. That story's next.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is on the way, but first, here's a look at weather around the world. 21 and all clouds for Helsinki today. Over in the UK, London had showers and 17, and thunder showers for Singapore at 29 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets, designed for your space, built for your life. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Real Rug Washing by LoverRug.com. Fall in love with your rugs all over again.
We live here, we work here.
And we care about getting your move right.
You Move Me provides big-hearted service.
With friendly, uniformed professional movers.
A stress-free move is within your reach.
Book your best move ever at youmoveme.com.
All hail Spamalot, the Tony-winning musical comedy that'll have you laughing your coconuts off. The Washington Post calls it the funniest musical on Broadway. Playing the Royal Theatre, August 28th through 30th. Tickets at rmts.bc.ca.
What makes a community thrive? What lifts us up to nurture a greater good? The Victoria Foundation has been making such an impact for 90 years. Together with our donors and partners, we uplift the community by distributing grants to a wide range of charitable organizations. And we invest in sustainable social enterprises. It's about making a lasting impact for the well-being of many. Find out how you can help uplift your community too at victoriafoundation.bc.ca.
Comfort starts at home, and our home will always be here in Canada. At Heirloom Linens, we're home to Victoria's largest selection of bedding, where many of our duvets, pillows, and select sheets are made in Canada, crafted with the highest quality for a perfect night's sleep. We also carry hundreds of Canadian supplied and manufactured items to help bring warmth and comfort to every area of your home. Comfort starts at home, and comfort is found here. Be comfortably Canadian at Heirloom Linens. We only sound expensive.
Are you struggling to read? Do faces look blurry? These could be early signs of macular degeneration. Island Eye Care is your solution for preserving your vision. Our specialized Macumira treatment is a safe, non-invasive therapy for macular degeneration. It's designed to support your eye's natural function and protect the vision you have, and possibly even improve how clearly you see. Macumira's clinically proven treatment is Health Canada approved. Regain your ocular health and wellness. Call Island Eye Care today.
Now's a great time to set goals to reach your financial success. Maybe you want to make a few updates to your home or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing. How would you use $80, $280, or even $2.8 million? Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca. We're investing in our communities, where we work, live, and play. We're supporting the places we call home. Fortis BC. Energy for a better BC.
Get that big deal feeling this Prime Day, June 23rd through the 26th.
You're the apple of my eye. If you want my time, you better give me all of mine.
We are the largest independent grocer on Vancouver Island. That gives us a unique opportunity to support local farms, local producers, and keep those dollars here. Feeding our local communities is very special to us.
A rooftop garden could be installed in an unlikely location. The Downtown Residents Association is looking to convert the top level of the Johnson Street Parkade into a community garden. Eden Chipperfield has details.
Victoria is looking to get a little greener as a motion to convert the rooftop of the Johnson Street Parkade into a community garden is introduced to City Council this week.
This is something that I've been discussing with the Downtown Residents Association for quite some time. They've been interested in expanding the sort of the number of gardens and green spaces in downtown Victoria, which we do need.
The city operates 5 downtown parkades, including Johnson Street, which has 272 spaces. The Residents Association says the parkade is underutilized, pointing to a study it commissioned in May that shows occupancy only exceeded 250 spaces 3 times between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. We checked the city's own real-time data for the parkade today. At 2:45 p.m., it was only 53% full, with 112 spaces still available.
In fact, there's normally several dozen spaces available at the Johnson Street Parkade. The rooftop has usually got a lot of vacancies. So we thought, let's take that underutilized public space and give it a better use.
But the Greater Victoria Chamber of Commerce disagrees, saying taking away valuable parking spaces downtown limits access to local businesses.
This community is having struggles with parking spots being taken away. They've lost about 2,200 parking spots over the last 8 years in the downtown core.
The Residents Association says a lack of accessible green space is an ongoing concern for people who live in the area, and plots like the Yates Street Community Garden are already at capacity.
There are 160 people on our wait list at the moment to participate in a second garden, and I think that's part of the city's focus on growing food, on sustainability.
The association says its study also found the parkade is structurally capable of featuring a garden of up to 100 plots, and would only lead to the loss of 16 parking spaces.
It's an underutilized piece of city-owned property, and it seemed when we did our research, it was the best one that we could find.
The establishment of a new community garden within the downtown core is part of the current council's plan to expand support for urban agriculture, gardening, and food security.
This garden that we're in at the moment is a great place for people to meet neighbors and as well as be connected to nature, grow their own food. So yeah, having more of those spaces in the city would be great.
Council will get its first look at the parkade garden plans this Thursday.
All right, one of my favorite places to be in the city is the Irish Times pub, and that's where we'll find Ed tonight. Ed, lots of flags behind you, lots of excitement for the World Cup, and it's just, in general, it's a pretty great place to be.
Yeah, this is going to be a great place to watch the games. Actually, all of downtown, the whole downtown core, particularly this corner. Jeff Bray with the Victoria Downtown Business Association was talking to us off camera here about how exciting it's going to be in this particular corner. But all of downtown, of course, lots of places to watch the soccer. And, of course, this is one of our favorites here at the Irish Times for sure. So more about that on the upside. It's kind of one of these indoor days. There's no question about that. We're going to show you the radar to start off here because we often talk about the blob of green, and it's a substantial blob right there. You just get an inkling of just the amount of rain and how encompassing it was today, right from top to bottom on the island. So there's the radar. Let's go to the Futurecast, and we're still talking about showers sweeping in tonight and into Tuesday. It's going to be cool. That jet stream is down low here again, but by Wednesday we start to clear off again. We're going to see some ridging building in by the end of the week. So by Thursday, and then by the time we get into Saturday, our temperatures will start to climb from the low 20s to the mid 20s to the upper 20s by Sunday. So you want to talk about being able to watch soccer on the outdoor screens that are going to be set up downtown as well. Those will be ideal conditions for that. All right, let's take a run here from north to south. The North Island getting a few showers tonight and an 8-degree low, about a 14-degree high tomorrow. But again, it'll be still an unsettled day with showers on and off. Same deal for Sayward at 18 degrees and showers on Tuesday. West side now, Tofino and Port Alberni. A little heavier rain for Alberni tonight at 9 degrees. Showers for Tofino and Ucluelet tonight and again tomorrow, 13 for highs. So it's on the cool side for sure. Port Alberni may sneak out a couple of sunny breaks amongst the showers and 16 degrees for tomorrow. Now to the east section, the Comox Valley, Campbell River. Wet tonight, at least for a while, and then a possible thunder shower popping up tomorrow in the mix of clouds and occasional sunny breaks. So a bit of everything tomorrow with an 18-degree high on the way for that section. Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. Wet tonight, still some showers tomorrow, and some southwest wind picking up to about 40 km. 17, which is below seasonal. So you can see that we've still got the cool air that we're going to be dealing with for a couple of days before things jump. Down to the southern tip here, Greater Victoria. Well, it's been a wet day today. We're still going to be in it tonight, so rain on and off tonight, showers on and off with a few sunny breaks tomorrow. We'll get 15 degrees at best, and we'll pick up some southwest wind tomorrow. Might be as strong as 70 km across the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Here's the BC map. Vancouver looking at occasional showers in 17, but they'll head for a big warm-up this weekend as well. Thunder showers into Kamloops, thunder showers up into Prince George tomorrow at 14, showers into Kelowna at 17, and then thunder showers into Cranbrook tomorrow, and temperatures in the mid-teens there. Into the cross-Canada map we go. So it's been active up in Fort McMurray and continues to be that way again tomorrow with thunder showers in 20. Nice mix of sun and cloud for Calgary in 17. Thunder showers getting through Regina and Winnipeg. We've had some brutal weather over the weekend in Winnipeg. 29 tomorrow, 21 and a few showers for Thunder Bay. Thunder showers getting into Toronto at 26, and then full sunshine for both Ottawa and Montreal. They're going to be warm there, 29s to 30, mid-20s for Halifax, and around 18 for St. John's with 1 or 2 clouds. All right, here's the extended look. And it looks better the closer you get to the end of the week here for everybody. So North Island showers followed by 14s and 15s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday. Rain gets back in here on Thursday at 16 degrees. Then a mix setting up here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And temperatures pretty steady in the upper teens there for the northern tip right into the end of the weekend. All right, Central Island, you're going to see a huge warm up here. So tomorrow and Wednesday, still going to be right around the seasonal mark of 18 degrees. Maybe a thunder shower tomorrow. More of a mix Wednesday as things start to stabilize and clear out. We're going to see ridging coming in, and the sunshine goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as well. So what a jump in temperature. 20 Thursday and as high as 28 by the time we get to Sunday for the Central Island. And for us on the south, we'll still see some showers occasionally tomorrow, so a little unsettled at 15 degrees, still on the cool side, below seasonal on Wednesday at 17, but full sunshine, and that's going to be the story right down the stretch after that. Thursday into the end of the week and the weekend, the sun continues to be the story. Temperatures go from 19 Thursday to 26 on Saturday to 28 on Sunday. All right, into our celebrations tonight for Country Grocer. It's all birthdays tonight, and it's birthday number 90 for Raymond Robinson in Victoria, and birthday number 90 as well for Elaine Huber. So happy birthday to Raymond and Elaine, and a happy birthday as well tonight up in Duncan. Joanne Bello turning 90 today, and also turning 90 in Nanaimo, it's Shirley Sundquist's birthday. So happy 90th to you, Shirley. And a 93rd birthday today for Don Hughes in Shawnigan Lake. And 2 more to go here. We've got Catherine Allen over in Delta turning 95 today. And up in Port Hardy, it's William Bernard celebrating 95 years today. So congratulations to everybody from your friends at Country Grocer, and of course all of us at CHEK, and of course all of us having a good time down here tonight at the Irish Times Pub, the place to watch the global soccer. So come on down and enjoy yourself, get some great food, and we'll tell you more about what's going to be happening in the downtown core, Stacey, during the event with Jeff Bray from the Downtown Victoria Business Association on the upside, and that's coming up with Jeff here in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Ed. Thanks. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Canadian actor Cassie Levy gave thanks to babysitters as she accepted her first Tony Award last night. Levy thanked every babysitter who's made it possible for her to perform on Broadway after winning Best Lead Actress in a Musical for her role in Ragtime. It It was the first Tony Award for the Hamilton-born actress who plays Mother in the musical about the American dream in the early 20th century.
I grew up in Canada, watching the Tonys and dreaming of a life on Broadway. I'm 20 years in, and the most important thing I've learned is that no one does it alone.
She told the crowd that playing Mother has been one of the greatest gifts of her artistic life, and being her kids' mom has been the greatest joy of her life. Levy originated the role of Elsa in the Broadway production of Frozen and starred as Elphaba in Wicked.
Checkpoint is brought to you by Traveland RV, now in the Cowichan Valley and Parksville. Get your affordable, reusable vacation today.
On Checkpoint tonight, we're asking, should MLAs facing criminal charges automatically be required to go on leave? And our web poll results show 87% of you say yes, they should go on mandatory leave. 13% don't think they should. Back to the Irish Times pub we go. For the upside, Jeff King is coming up after a short break. Stay tuned.
The Kennedy Classic comes to Saratoga Speedway June 12th to the 13th. $100,000 of prize money is on the line as Northwest Super Late Model Series makes its first appearance in Canada. Tickets available now at SaratogaRacing.ca. Saratoga Speedway, Vancouver Island's home of speed.
While the world embraced the chaos of demolition, Bathfitter chased perfection. The PermaFit system. A tub or shower custom built to the millimeter. Fused to your home in a single day. We eliminated the grout, leaving only a seamless, watertight masterpiece. More than a renovation, a revolution. Bathfitter.
Now is a great time to help you set goals to help you reach financial success.
Maybe you want to reach that success by making a few updates to your home.
Or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing.
A Capital Direct FlexiLine can get you there.
How would you use $80,000, $280,000, or even $2.8 million?
For your best financial health, choose FlexiLine Fitness from Capital Direct.
Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca.
The Subaru Uncharted, the EV for city wildlife. With up to 496 kilometers on a full charge, it has as little downtime as the gym rat. The all-new, all-electric 2026 Subaru Uncharted.
Keep up to date. I'm Sandra Richardson. Here's your Victoria Foundation Community Check-In.
Tickets are on sale for the Nanaimo Blues Festival, a 3-day family-friendly event celebrating the best in blues and roots music. Visit their website for this year's lineup. The 9th annual celebration of Filipino culture returns to Centennial Square, showcasing authentic cuisine, live music, a vibrant marketplace, and so much more. Registration is selling fast for the Royal Victoria Marathon, Half Marathon, 8K, 5K, and Thrifty Foods Kids Run taking place Thanksgiving weekend in Victoria and Oak Bay. Downtown Victoria will come alive with a summer of soccer, bringing fans together for live screenings, entertainment, and community activations. The Machosen International Summer School for the Arts is offering over 30 workshops and residencies from July 18th to 31st. Visit misa.ca for details.
The Victoria Foundation, connecting people who care with causes that matter.
Okay, let's talk numbers. Let's talk new, even better Revlon Color Silk. Still 100% gray coverage and zero ammonia with new Bond Repair Complex. And this number right here, 98% less breakage. So more hair here instead of here. Got it? Get it. New Revlon Color Silk.
It's Dollar Drink Summer at McDonald's. Get a small fountain drink or a small iced coffee for just $1 each plus tax. All summer long. Dollar Drink Summer, only at McDonald's.
We have to make the jury see it's murder. DS Brooks, this is DS Hawkins. First day.
No dental records.
No fingerprints.
There's a whole world of difference between knowing it and proving it.
Law and Order UK, Tuesdays at 8, right here on CHEK.
Closed captioning of this CHEK program is brought to you by Hendra Moving and Storage. Choose one of Vancouver Island's largest movers with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating.
The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
Well, it's all about the beautiful game right now in British Columbia and many places around the world. And there's no more beautiful place to watch than the Irish Times pub, Jeff.
100%. The beverages are good here. The food's good. The atmosphere is fantastic. Yeah, the Irish Times, in fact, the whole downtown area, it's going to be a bit of a party. The anticipation, waiting for this, and it all gets going. Oh, jeez. All gets going on Thursday. Canada with their first game on Friday. Jeff Bray, the CEO of the Downtown Victoria Business Association, joins me right now. Just back from a golf trip to a Soyuz. Yes. But now you're back. You got your soccer ball. You got your jersey, and you're ready to get this thing going.
We're ready for the summer of soccer. We've got 6 weeks of amazing activities happening downtown, and we're really inviting the entire region to come down and support Canada, of course, but also your other teams. If you have other teams, we got over 10 businesses that are going to be showing games with sound. We've got a live viewing area at Market Square that's being cooperated by Whistleboy and the Drake. So there's going to be activity. There's going to be literally thousands of people down here enjoying the atmosphere, and we just want to make this the go-to place for people to come down. And at the same time, you're supporting local-owned businesses, which is terrific. This will be the place to be.
What's going on at Market Square? Maybe just talk about how people get involved there.
Sure. So just like here at the Irish Times and some of the other bars, you're going to have a giant screen TV with sound. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be activations. It's family friendly, so the whole family can come down. And you're going to see people in their jerseys having fun and sharing really what sport does with community, is bring people together, even if you're not cheering for the same country. Right. You're here cheering and enjoying it, and I think we're going to see a build-up as we head towards the playoffs and the finals, that this will be a really fun, special time in downtown Victoria.
Yeah, come down, check out a game. I mean, some of the games are earlier in the day, so you can do that, and then hit a pub or a restaurant, wander around, maybe hit 3 places.
Well, you know, the city's going to be doing things at Ship Point. We're going to have some stuff right here on Government Street as well. And then again, all of our great local businesses that are participating, and viewers can go to dvba.ca/Summer of Soccer, and it'll have absolutely everything that's going on, even up to the latest and greatest of as times change with games and things. You'll know exactly what's happening and where it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, we got some fans sneaking through. Watch Jeff Bray's big soccer ball on your way by. There you go. Gentlemen, let's get Spencer Buck in here as well. Speaking of Irish Times, because this is the place to be. Thanks for having us here, bud. How excited are you for this to get going?
It's going to be an amazing 6 weeks of just fun, lots of cheering for your team. We really anticipate a really good turnout. You know, Canada's playing. We want to support Canada. Wear your team kit and come down to your favorite bars, Irish Times, Barton Banker, Penny Farthing.
Yeah. You got how many TVs in here? I mean, you got them everywhere.
A lot. Everywhere. There's no blind spots in any of our pubs, so it definitely will be a good showing for the games, and cheer everyone.
It's a good atmosphere down here. I mean, a lot of camaraderie, and of course, we'll all be cheering for Canada.
100%, yeah. It's we're going to have lots of different specials, different swag to give away throughout the games, throughout the whole season. Series. We'll also have the sound on for all the games. So just come down and support this our downtown and Victoria and cheer on Canada.
Any truth to the rumor that if Canada wins Game 1, you're shaving your beard?
Not maybe the round of 32. We'll go for that one.
Because Jeff's going to shave his head. Yeah, that's what's going on here. All right, one last time, what's going on downtown? Invite people down because these are your friends and neighbors. These are the local businesses, as we always talk about, that are supporting your kids' ball team or their soccer team or whatever the case may be. So come down and support these local businesses.
Absolutely. And again, dvba.ca/Summer of Soccer. You'll just see a whole host of all the participating businesses, all of what's happening at Market Square. There's going to be 13 days of actual games on a giant screen in Market Square. So you'll be able to see exactly what's happening and plan your trips for downtown. And really, join with the rest of the community, feel that great community spirit, and enjoy the World Cup.
And we're going to enjoy, because I think we're going to do it live. We're going to follow up on this if Canada, gets to that second round. Live beard shaving and head shaving. I think we'll do it right down here. What do you guys think?
We could probably do something about that.
I'm saving this for you guys as well. That's it, Stace and Andy. Get downtown and support the local businesses and enjoy the big soccer tournament that gets going on Thursday.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun to watch with a group of people, and I know it'll be a good time down at the Irish Times and all over all over Greater Victoria and Vancouver Island. Thanks, Jeff. We'll see you next hour. All right, Andy, you a soccer fan? Are you excited for the tournament?
They are great sports, though, to be hanging in there, Jeff, on that. But yeah, absolutely, looking forward to that tournament. So we've obviously got much more coming up on that. Jordan Cunningham, also other local stories coming up at 6 o'clock, including the MLA situation where there's two who are facing charges. One MLA wants rules to be changed on how to deal with that. And also, Canada basketball had a very significant moment this weekend. We'll get into these young men. It's a U18 team. They had a historic win last night, so we'll get into that. It's a first for Canada basketball, so we'll touch on that and the Harper Cats and Night Owl story. The Night Owls flying well in Nanaimo, so we'll touch on their weekend as well.
Fantastic. Love it. I love the sportscast in the 6, Andy. That's amazing.
It's always room for it.
Oh, yeah, there is. Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap for me. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. I'm Stacey Ross. Take good care, but don't go anywhere. Andy's up next with CHEK News at 6.
Anybody in public office who has this kind of criminal charges, they should take a leave of absence, if not resign.
Changing the rules. As 2 BC MLAs face charges, another joins calls to boot them out.
I really did not like what I saw. It seemed way too close to me.
Close call. Why some Nanaimo whale watchers are filing a complaint against the Port Authority. Plus,
some TLC, but it'll really come back to life.
the plan for a historic Victoria building that could help address a growing need in the capital. This is CHEK News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Paul is off tonight. Well, calls are growing to change the rules on BC lawmakers who face criminal charges. 2 legislators are still working while facing charges, and another MLA says it should be easier to give them the boot. Corey Sidaway has more.
In the House, where provincial laws are made, debated, and scrutinized at the highest level, 2 officials are facing serious criminal charges.
Anybody in public office who has this kind of criminal charges, they should take a leave of absence, if not resign.
Despite the charges, both are staying on the job. The latest, Jordan Keeley is facing 1 charge of sexual assault. He maintains his innocence, saying he won't be stepping down. He is now the 2nd MLA elected under the BC Conservative banner in 2024, who has since been charged with assault. In March, Richmond Centre MLA Han Chan was kicked out of the BC Conservative caucus after being charged with assault and choking. He says he disagrees with that allegation and remains an active elected official and member of the BC Conservative Party.
You know, asking people to do the right thing for the public is obviously not working.
Independent MLA Amelia Boultby says these MLAs shouldn't be on the job and is crafting a new bill that would automatically put them and other MLAs potentially facing criminal charges on mandatory leave.
So the way that I'm envisioning the policy to work is that upon the charges being laid, the elected representative immediately can no longer vote or perform any of the functions of their office. They would retain their pay, and basically they would keep their job on paper until the court has resolved the matter.
In 2022, the province put in place a similar rule for municipally elected officials to help maintain public confidence, but not for itself.
There isn't legislation on this because until now, we have not had MLAs who have been trusted by the public, who serve vulnerable people, face criminal charges of violence, and refuse to step down.
Laura maintains the accused MLAs should resign and that BC Conservatives should join them in that call.
Frankly, I'm disappointed they haven't, and I hope that they will.
Newly elected BC Conservative leader Carrie Lynn Finlay didn't respond to CHEK News' request for comment today, but party executives have previously said Keeley will not be joining the caucus or party. Bowlby says if Keeley and Chan aren't resigning, the loophole needs to close to maintain public trust. None of the allegations against the 2 MLAs have been proven in court.
Well, Sioux RCMP say they've been busy taking impaired drivers off the road this year. Officers have nabbed 55 impaired drivers through proactive enforcement and calls from the public. most of those drivers lost their licenses and are subject to fines and their vehicles being impounded. RCMP are also reminding boaters they face the same penalties if they're impaired on the water. Well, some whale watchers have laid complaints with the Fisheries and Oceans Department after a Nanaimo Port Authority boat appeared to get too close to some killer whales over the weekend.
Oh my God, they're right beside it. Okay, that is too close. Yeah.
It happened around 9 Saturday night. The Nanaimo Port Authority boat appeared to be within close proximity to the orcas. Boats are required to be 1,000 meters from southern resident orcas in BC waters and 200 meters from other orcas like Big's killer whales. One observer says her heart sank as she saw the boat approaching the mammals.
Just being how active the whales were, it was concerning to me. And I was kind of going back and forth between my phone and my binoculars. And so I pulled my binoculars back up just to kind of see more of how close they were getting. And yeah, I really did not like what I saw. It seemed way too close to me.
The Nanaimo Port Authority says the boat's crew was just on a scheduled patrol looking for illegal floats and wasn't aware the whales were in the area. The Port Authority says the boat's captain did put the engine into neutral when he saw the whales. A performance by the Wellington Secondary School's jazz band for the announcement of a new addition to the high school. The $9 million project will add 150 student seats through 6 new classrooms designed to help accommodate growing enrollment. The addition also includes an elevator to improve accessibility, a covered breezeway connecting to the main school, and energy-efficient systems.
About more than just providing buildings. We're talking about ensuring students can learn in spaces that inspire them, support them, and help them thrive.
The new space at Wellington Secondary is scheduled to open in the fall. Well, the historic BC Power Commission on Blanchard has become an eyesore over the years, but a developer is hoping to breathe new life into the building by converting it into a hotel. As Mackenzie Reed reports, it comes as the region faces a hotel room shortage.
On a rainy day like today, this building looks very dreary. Dull color, old windows, and crumbling paint.
It's kind of hiding here. And the paint's a bit faded. It's a little bit, it'll need some TLC.
But this developer is looking to revitalize this building and convert it into a new hotel.
It'll really come back to life.
This Art Deco style building was built in 1949 as a potential hospital, later serving as the BC Power Commission headquarters from 1950 to 2019 when Reliance Properties bought the building. Now serving as an office space for artists, the developer plans to take this worn-down building and turn it into this Art Deco 126-room hotel.
Unlike some other projects where they've just kept the facade, we're going to keep the entire building. We're going to keep the structure. The structure will be upgraded to meet current seismic standards and all new plumbing, wiring, of all new rooms.
Along with keeping the outside of the building intact and adding another floor for rooms, the plan is to keep the historic interior features, including this staircase railing which features the BC Power Commission lettering, as much wood paneling as they can, and this office which will be converted into a lounge.
People always really enjoy. I can imagine people sitting in this room a few years from now, having a scotch, listening to music, and musing about the history of this building.
It's something this councillor is interested in hearing more about.
We really do need a lot more hotel rooms. We've got a really booming tourism sector. We had record tourism last summer, and we're expecting even more this year.
According to a recent report by Destination Greater Victoria, there are currently 4,500 hotel rooms across the region, a 25% drop since 2016, which has created a crunch in availability. Last year, the region saw a nearly 80% occupancy rate, reaching 94% in parts of the summer. The report showing 2,000 hotel rooms will need to be added to the region over the next 10 years to keep up with increasing tourism trends.
Making sure we have enough rooms to meet the demand and different types of hotels, I think is going to be critical.
There are several hotel projects underway, including the 167-room Hyatt-branded hotel at Broad and Johnson, expected to open in 2028. But for this project, Reliance Properties has submitted a heritage alteration permit to the city in hopes the project will go to council before the election this fall.
We hope we can start that work next year,
with the goal of opening to the public in about 3 years.
Well, the monthly report by Rentals.ca and Urbanation says BC's average apartment rent fell 5.4% in May to just over $2,300. BC is also no longer the most expensive apartment rental market in Canada, with Nova Scotia's rents rising by 2.6% to edge out the province. Now, Victoria is the 15th most expensive market, with the average monthly rental listing at $2,257. One-bedroom listings go for an average of just over $2,000, which is 2.1% drop year over year, and two bedrooms for $2,598, down 3.9%. Nanaimo is the 31st most expensive market, and average rentals are listed for $2,027. One-bedroom units climbed by 3.6% since the same time last year to $1,844, and two bedrooms are up 3.1% to $2,244. Well, the Downtown Residents Association is looking to add a little green to the Johnson Street Parkade. Eden Chipperfield has more on the top-level plan.
Victoria is looking to get a little greener as a motion to convert the rooftop of the Johnson Street Parkade into a community garden is introduced to City Council this week.
This is something that I've been discussing with the Downtown Residents Association for quite some time. They've been interested in expanding the sort of the number of gardens and green spaces in downtown Victoria, which we do need.
The city operates 5 downtown parkades, including Johnson Street, which has 272 spaces. The Residents Association says the parkade is underutilized, pointing to a study it commissioned in May that shows occupancy only exceeded 250 spaces 3 times between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. We checked the city's own real-time data for the parkade today. At 2:45 p.m., it was only 53% full, with 112 spaces still available.
In fact, there's normally several dozen spaces available at the Johnson Street Parkade. The rooftop has usually got a lot of vacancies. So we thought, let's take that underutilized public space and give it a better use.
But the Greater Victoria Chamber of Commerce disagrees, saying taking away valuable parking spaces downtown limits access to local businesses.
This community is having struggles with parking spots being taken away. They've lost about 2,200 parking spots over the last 8 years in the downtown core.
The Residents Association says a lack of accessible green space is an ongoing concern for people who live in the area, and plots like the Yates Street Community Garden are already at capacity.
There are 160 people on our wait list at the moment to participate in a second garden, and I think that's part of the city's focus on growing food, on sustainability.
The association says its study also found the parkade is structurally capable of featuring a garden of up to 100 plots, and would only lead to the loss of 16 parking spaces.
It's an underutilized piece of city-owned property, and it seemed when we did our research, it was the best one that we could find.
The establishment of a new community garden within the downtown core is part of the current council's plan to expand support for urban agriculture, gardening, and food security.
This garden that we're in at the moment is a great place for people to meet neighbors and as well as be connected to nature, grow their own food. So yeah, having more of those spaces in the city would be great.
Council will get its first look at the parkade garden plans this Thursday.
At Thunderbird Park today, a celebration on the refurbishing of a totem pole, also known as the Tree of Life. The pole was first carved by master carver Dr. Richard Hunt in 1979, and he returned to re-raise the totem pole after it first came down last week.
Well, I repainted it, I think 2 years ago, because it hadn't been painted since it was put up. But I repainted it, and then they decided that the rays were not sunk in deep enough. So we sunk them in, and I made brand new ones because the older ones were a little bit rotten.
Standing next to the Royal BC Museum, the pole features animal figures and family crests connected to Hunt's heritage. Well, time to check in with the Upside gentlemen, Ed Bain, Jeff King, and special guest in between them as we get set as kickoff nears for the World Cup this week, guys.
Well, it's all about the soccer here. We're at the Irish Times, a great place to watch the global event. Yep. And of course, that's why our friend Riley Green showed up here, I believe, to get a seat early.
So now, four guys, two handsome, Andy Neal, Riley Green.
Yeah.
Handsome fellas.
They are.
Yeah.
And this guy, so, by the way, Riley Green's going to be a part of Sunfest this year.
He is, yeah,
so
the long weekend in
we got
August.
a meet and greet contest we're going to tell you about. But earlier tonight, I think Stacey was mentioning you wearing the same shirt here.
Yeah.
So you're very similar, to Riley himself.
Yeah,
Here's the one difference. He
okay.
has his hand in his pocket. You never have yours in your pocket. So there's where the difference is.
What? You're
Yeah,
right.
that's
He's
right.
reaching in to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is not me.
No.
Listen, if you'd like to meet Riley Green, you're going to Sunfest. Flat Riley's going to be at businesses all over the Cowichan Valley, Duncan here in Victoria, including CHEK News. So there is the QR code down there. You take your photo with Riley Green, and then you can upload it and send that off, and then that's all you have to do. It's that simple.
That's it.
And you're in to win a chance to go backstage and meet Riley Green. My wife will be entering about 1,000 times, I think.
Well, and one place you could do this, I guess, if you're really brave, is the Skywalk. I wonder if they're going to have Riley out on the glass, on the cube, the hangover, the overhang.
I bet you Nate Bird, the GM there, he's
Might just
a pretty
put,
smart guy. You can put
this guy
Riley
wouldn't be
Green.
scared out there. Look at him.
No, look at him. He's
not scared of nothing.
6'4".
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
6'4"
Almost
and handsome.
tall enough to go duck hunting with a rake, as we used to say.
That's right. So his big hit right now is called "I Want You in the Worst Way."
Yeah.
It's about playing kissy face and stuff.
Well, I can relate to that. Everything I do is in the worst way. So I got a connection to this guy as well.
Yeah,
Put my hand in my
That's
pocket
your only
as well.
connection.
That's it, though. Yeah. That's where it ends.
What's this?
Yeah. Look at that. Hand in the pocket.
Oh, I forgot my watch.
Oh, man. Don't let those moths out of there.
Yeah.
Keep your hand in there. Don't need any moths floating around here.
Riley Green, we're talking about the beautiful game and the Irish Times. Andy, you handsome man, when we come back in just a little bit.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm sure there are many who think the same of you two as well. But boy, 6'4". We were wondering if that was life size. So looks like it probably is. Looking forward to that show and a little more from Irish Times Pop a little later on tonight. Thanks, guys. We have much more to come after the break. Earthquakes leaving damage in the Philippines and the first federal leader to address Alberta's separatism on the province's turf.
Lock arms with Saskatchewan and Newfoundland and Labrador to double oil production.
Remarks from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre on squashing Alberta's separatist sentiment. Please stay with us.
I'm Ed Bain. Your full island forecast is on the way, but first, here's a look at weather around the world. 21 and all clouds for Helsinki today. Over in the UK, London had showers in 17, and thunder showers for Singapore at 29 degrees.
Weather around the world is brought to you by ComSense Cabinets, designed for your space, built for your life.
Sometimes carpets get dirty. It's a good thing Nationwide Carpet Cleaning can make them clean again. We offer multi-room packages with a money-back guarantee. And did we mention we also clean furniture? Nationwide Carpet Cleaning, service that works for you.
At ComSense, craftsmanship and integrity come first. While others may use plywood with higher formaldehyde, at ComSense, we meet the safest standards using only the finest materials. From hidden dado joints, German drawer slides and hinges, and a variety of premium doors. We build our cabinets to last. Backed by a lifetime warranty. Get 10% off and a free sink and faucet. Visit ComSenseKitchenCabinets.com today. If it's quality, it's ComSense.
At Jenner, it's our promise to give your family the best deal from the best people on a new Chevrolet Bolt or Equinox EV. Our 45th anniversary continues to go green at Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC, still on the old on-highway.
I understand. That's okay. Thank you so much for your time anyway, though.
We're all working hard to get ahead. That's why we're introducing the new Van City, to build a brighter future for you and for everyone. So join us.
Organica All-Day Protein Hydrator supports muscle recovery and replenishes electrolytes for hydration. It helps balance blood sugar and supports gut health with pre- and probiotics for everyday strength and wellness. Available at Lifestyle Markets, dedicated to wellness in our community.
Closed captioning of this CHEK program is brought to you by Mac Reno Design Build. Update your life with Mac. Custom high-quality design build renovations in Victoria since 1980.
When local news matters the most, CHEK now sends updates right to your inbox. Local news, local events, local people, 7 days a week. Subscribe on checknews.ca. Proudly supported by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
Well, several buildings collapsed or sustained heavy damages when an offshore 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck the southern Philippines today, killing at least 35 people and injuring more than 200. Tsunami damage has been reported in at least one southern coastal village. More than 100 students and a dozen teachers had gathered for a flag-raising ceremony, turning the first day of school after summer break into chaos. And a 6.1 magnitude earthquake struck near western Cuba today, and it was felt across Florida. In Miami, several buildings were evacuated due to the shaking. There are no reports of damage or injuries. The quake also felt in Tampa and other areas of the Sunshine State. There were no injuries or damage immediately reported in Cuba. Well, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says Alberta needs new priorities from Ottawa, not a new country.
You don't need a federal government to put up a stop sign, approve a mine, build a road or a hospital that is only inside one province. You do need it to clear the way for a railway or a pipeline that crosses many provinces.
Poilievre giving a speech calling for the federal government to butt out of Alberta's business. Poilievre says Albertans could benefit from freeing up resources, building pipelines, respecting provincial autonomy, and reducing taxpayer burden. Well, a tenuous ceasefire in the Middle East has held up despite being shaken by repeated flare-ups. But this weekend was the closest yet to sending the region back into full-scale war.
Both Iran and Israel appear to be ready to stand down less than 24 hours after a series of intense strikes and counterstrikes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking to those in Israel in Hebrew, saying he is prepared to stop the strikes on Iran. However, he warns that Israel has the right and will defend itself.
במידה שמשטר הטרור יעשה את הטעות ויחזור לתקוף אותנו, נגיב בעוצמה, כי לישראל יש זכות מלאה להגנה עצמית, ואנו מממשים אותה ככל שהדבר נדרש.
Iranian officials also said that they are prepared to halt all airstrikes on Israel. A similar message from the Iranian president, Masoud Pezeshkian, who said that the defense will continue, that it is a national priority, but they will also not walk away from diplomacy. So currently, despite the fact that there has been an exchange of airstrikes between Israel and Iran, both sides appear to be stepping down. U.S. President Donald Trump has been very active, not only speaking to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the phone, but sharing a lot on social media as well. At one point, he said that both sides, Israel and Iran, are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Final negotiations on peace are proceeding, subject to ignorance or stupidity getting in the way. He also said that the blockade will remain in place and in full effect until a final deal is reached, that things should move quickly. Of course, there he's talking about the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, it is unclear where any sort of peace agreement stands right now. Iran has been very clear that it does not want to see any more strikes by Israel in Lebanon. Israel says it has been striking Lebanon, specifically areas it says are being used by the Iranian-backed proxy Hezbollah in order to ensure the safety of Israeli residents.
And utility has shown interest in buying liquefied natural gas from a planned northern BC project. Uniper, based in Dusseldorf, has signed a letter of interest for possibly buying up to 2 million tons of natural gas annually, starting as early as 2032. Silissums is a planned floating facility near the Alaska border that is projected to export up to 12 million tons of LNG per year. Well, a spectacular show in Dodds Narrows near Nanaimo this weekend. Some people were lucky to be on the edge of the passage when a group of orcas swam by, often breaching the surface. The The whales stayed in the area for several minutes and wowing those who were lucky to see them.
The Canadian dollar was down more than a tenth to 71.70 US. The TSX was up 65 points. The Dow fell almost 81. The Nasdaq added 220. Gold shed $1.90 an ounce, and oil increased 76 cents to 91.30 a barrel.
What makes a community thrive? What lifts us up to nurture a greater good? The Victoria Foundation has been making such an impact for 90 years. Together with our donors and partners, we uplift the community by distributing grants to a wide range of charitable organizations. And we invest in sustainable social enterprises. It's about making a lasting impact for the well-being of many. Find out how you can help uplift your community too at victoriafoundation.bc.ca.
Things feel hard right now. A tough economy.
No, I understand. That's okay.
Uncertainty. Rising prices. We all know there has to be a better way. That's why we're introducing you to the new Van City.
You get the next one.
We believe a brighter future is possible, and we're committed to building it. For you and for everyone. So join us.
Lease the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee Hybrid from 2.99% for up to 24 months on all models.
Broadmead, Oak Bay, Colwood, and the all-new Qualicum Beach Hearing Clinic. 4 convenient locations with one commitment: your optimal hearing health. Our team of hearing professionals have advanced university-level training and are experts at diagnosing and treating hearing loss, balance disorders, and tinnitus. We seek to improve your quality of life with a solution tailored to you. Broadmead, Oak Bay, Colwood, and the all-new Qualicum Beach Hearing Clinic.
It's happening.
I haven't seen him smile this much since our wedding night.
You don't know when or where it will strike. It's called Deal Face. And with our lowest prices every day on comfortable furniture, mattresses, and more, we're seeing Deal Face a lot.
Did I mention you can take 2 years to pay?
The only question is, when will Deal Face happen to you? Leon's, that's comfortable.
The fun never stops at Wheel. You got it! It's a call!
You're a millionaire!
Wheel of Fortune, Monday to Saturday at 7 on CHEK. This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Real Rug Washing by LoverRug.com. Fall in love with your rugs all over again.
The federal government is offering loans of up to $150 million to airlines facing higher costs from soaring jet fuel prices. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne says the program is intended to ease financial pressure on carriers and help keep travel affordable. Airlines receiving support must buy Canadian, limit dividends and executive compensation, and maintain existing jobs in Canada. Hamilton-born actor Casey Levy thanked every babysitter who's made it possible for her to perform on Broadway after winning Best Lead Actress in a Musical for her role in Ragtime for the Tony Awards. It is her first Tony. Levy plays Mother in the musical about the American dream in the early 20th century. Well, we are now just 3 sleeps away from kickoff to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Vancouver will host its first game on Saturday. And for Island fans, it's the chance of a lifetime, but it doesn't come cheap. Here's Jordan Cunningham.
With its transformation complete, it's the house Canada built and BC paid for.
This is where a World Cup starts, the stadium pitch.
BC Place is ready to host its first of 7 matches for FIFA 2026, Saturday between Turkey and Australia. The temporary lush green carpet of real grass is in place. All that's missing are the teams and, of course, the people. If you've got World Cup tickets, chances are it's cost you plenty of green.
We're very close to being sold out across all 7 match days here in Vancouver.
John Lyer is headed over to a game, and despite selling most of the jerseys of the soccer world at his store, Soccer World, he's not much of a World Cup type guy.
I'm kind of a grassroots guy, you know, the kids playing the game, and that's what brings me joy, to tell you the truth. At that highest level, it's nice to watch it, but it almost seems like it's there and not here.
On Vancouver Island, it's easy to feel far removed from the action. The biggest barrier, probably price.
Doesn't sit particularly well with me, just the fact that they're so expensive, and it really eliminates a lot of people who probably just can't afford it.
While it's certainly cheaper to buy your team's jersey and watch it all on TV, it's tough to pass up for a real fan. John's excited too to be headed over for a game, a freebie courtesy of one of his suppliers.
Who are you seeing?
We're seeing, Katie, who are we seeing?
Egypt and New Zealand.
Most of us use Siri when we need answers. At Soccer World, it's Katie. In a galaxy of good-looking jerseys, some do stand out.
What's the absolute hottest seller?
Katie, what's the hottest seller?
Canada's been big. Scotland's been big.
This is the biggest World Cup ever with 48 teams, a substantial uptick from the usual 32. Along with the giants of the games, we'll see countries like Curacao and Cape Verde.
Where's Cape Verde?
I don't know.
Africa? Thank you.
As for our co-hosts, you'll find Mexican shoes and jerseys, but
we don't even have a U.S. jersey here.
Not a hot seller.
No.
With the money you'll save on that U.S. jersey, you can always hop a ferry.
I don't even care who's playing, to be quite honest. The whole atmosphere sometimes is a lot of fun.
Because ready or not, here we go.
Well, it'll be a great atmosphere at BC Place on Saturday. Canada's first match is on Friday, but Ed, you're at the Irish Times pub in Victoria. They're raring to go for people to watch the big matches there.
Yeah, they're all set up here. All the flags are here. It's going to be one of many great spots downtown to enjoy the soccer. That's what we're talking about on the upside with Jeff Bray from the Downtown Victoria Business Association. Just how fun it's going to be for that entire period downtown. So outside viewing parties, inside viewing parties. Tonight we're at the Irish Times here. It's a pretty busy Monday night here, but I think the Knicks game is driving that, I think, for a lot of the audience that have joined us here tonight at the fabulous Irish Times pub down on Government Street here in downtown Victoria. All right, let's take this is that dry May, and we certainly have opened things up in a big fashion in terms of moisture here today. As the the radar will show you, we've got just a large amount of rain that came through the entire island today, and that's probably going to be working its way through here for one more day before we start to see some clearing and some movement of that jet stream upward and some warmer air coming in. And I mean warmer air. By the time we get into the weekend, we're going to be in the mid to upper 20s here. So we'll tell you about that when we get into our long-range forecast. But as far as the next 24 hours go, a little damp. Let's go to the North Island and check out Port Hardy, Port McNeill, and Port Alice, where the rain will come in tonight and then ease off to showers overnight and then pick up again tomorrow. So it's around the 14-degree mark for highs there, 18 for Sayward on the way for Tuesday. Similar pattern here for the west side. The Alberni Valley getting some rain tonight. More of a showery event for the west side, the outer west coast there for Tofino, both tonight and again on Tuesday. Should top out at 13 on the coast, about 16 inland. Could get a couple of breaks of sunshine in the mix as well. So unsettled, a bit of everything there for Port Alberni at 16 for Tuesday. Some rain comes into the east section as well. Courtney, Comox, and Campbell Rivers. So tonight it's rain. Tomorrow it's possible thunder showers and 18. So temperatures are just at the seasonal mark, if not a little below there at 18. Rain tonight for Nanaimo, Ladysmith, and Duncan. So that's been the story all day today. And that continues tonight. It does pick up a little bit with showers tomorrow and some southwest wind, and gets to about 17 at best for high temperatures on Tuesday. All right, down to the Greater Victoria section, the southern tip of the island here. So rain still very much in the picture tonight for us. 11 degrees for the low. Showers on and off tomorrow with occasional breaks of sunshine as well. But only a 15-degree day. So again, we're going to be chilly tomorrow. And that southwest wind will make it feel even a little chillier. It could be gusting up around 70 km across Juan de Fuca Strait. Now to the BC map, where temperatures will sit around 17 degrees for just about, most of the province here. 17 for Vancouver and a few showers, a few thunder showers, and 17 for Kamloops, showers and 17 for Kelowna, about 14s and 15s at best up in Prince George and Cranbrook. And then both those areas look to be headed for some thunder showers for Prince George and out in the East Kootenay there for Cranbrook on Tuesday. Speaking of thunder showers, Fort McMurray on the Cross Canada map looks to be headed that direction for tomorrow. It's a 20-degree high for there, about a 17-degree day for Calgary, and a mix. Regina, Winnipeg, all looking at active weather with thunder showers forecast and temperatures in the high 20s for Winnipeg tomorrow, low 20s with occasional showers for Thunder Bay, and then thunder showers moving through Toronto at 26. Sunshine and heat for Ottawa and Montreal, both around 29 to 30. 25 for Halifax, and mostly sunshine and mainly sunny day for St. John's at 18. All right, here's what's ahead. The northern tip will get better. It'll take till about Friday to get some sunshine going, but in the meantime, it'll be on and off showers Tuesday and Wednesday. Another push of rain at 16 for Thursday, then mixes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures in the high teens there by Sunday for the northern tip. Into the central island where things really warm up dramatically here, so still unsettled tomorrow, maybe a thunder shower Tuesday, a mix in 18 for Wednesday, and then we're going to start to see that jet stream pump up, the high pressure kick in, and clearing begins Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all in the sunshine. Temperatures go from 20 Thursday to as warm as 28 by Sunday, and we'll see the same thing here in the southern tip. Shower chance at 60%. A few breaks of sunshine in the mix tomorrow, so a kind of unsettled cool day at 15 degrees. And then we too will gradually warm up here by Thursday to 19, and then we're into the low 20s by Friday, mid-20s by Saturday, and the high 20s in the sunshine for Sunday. So a bit of a change coming from what we've been dealing with today. We'll deal with again tomorrow, Andy, with the showers and the cooler air. But by the time we get to the weekend and the fever pitch is right up there for the soccer, it's going to be very warm for sure.
Yeah, and I noticed the 30 in Toronto. That's where Canada's first game is on Friday against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Right. So you kind of wonder how hot it'll be for the players there. And then the United States and Mexico on Thursday. Won't be much cooler there.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, I was in Toronto not that long ago, and I saw the expanded seating that they have at BMO Field there for the soccer. And boy, the temporary seating that they put in there is pretty steep. I feel for the people that are way up there at the top, because that's going to be quite the angle to watch that game from.
Well, it should be exciting. Thanks, Ed. We'll hear from you in a little bit.
All right.
Well, Canada has a new Governor General. Louise Arbour was sworn in as the King's 31st representative in Canada during a formal ceremony in the nation's capital.
Do you, Louise Arbour, solemnly affirm that you will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, King of Canada, his heirs and successors?
I do.
The Prime Minister, some of his predecessors, and outgoing Governor General Mary Simon were among the many dignitaries in attendance. Arbour was given the Great Seal of Canada, symbolizing the power and authority of the Crown. She later took part in her first official duties, inspecting the Guard of Honor at the National War Memorial and laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers with her two grandsons. Arbour, from Montreal, is a former Supreme Court Justice who's also served in many influential roles abroad, including as the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights.
The 1-0 pitch. That's hit through the middle, and the Night Owls win the ball game.
The Nanaimo Night Owls, taking flight early in the new baseball season, will have more from a thrilling win yesterday, and the upside is next.
Charlie's having a friend over.
Aww. Yo, we brought chips.
Just a few more kids.
Enjoy.
You know we can see you, right?
Teens might not care if you protect your home, but we do. Claims-free homeowners save more. Just one of many ways TD Insurance helps you save. It's how we're making insurance more human.
Feel right at home with the Comfort Group.
Whether it's cold or hot outside, you need comfort inside. From Victoria to Campbell River, the Comfort Group is the name homeowners trust for total home comfort. Delivering heating and cooling built for the island climate, the Comfort Group is your local heat pump expert. Heating, cooling, and electrical. Trusted comfort for every home, for every season. The Comfort Group.
Pila Kesla. For thousands of years, our people have looked after this land and the surrounding areas. We, a part of the Muskamauk, Zawadenoch, invite you to join us on a journey into the Great Bear Rainforest. Traveling with Seawolf Adventures provides a different perspective, a different depth to the experience. We love sharing our own stories and connecting to the landscapes and the animals. Pila Kesla.
Hi, I'm Dustin from Budget Blinds of Victoria. I'm very excited at the opportunity to help you with your window covering solutions. Whether your needs are privacy, light control, or if you want to operate your shades from your mobile device or your Alexa. With our industry-leading warranty, our national brands, and decades of experience, I'm very confident we can find the right fit for you and your budget. Come see us down at Budget Blinds or find us online.
Yeah, I hear you. I stopped voting years ago. I read somewhere that they don't even count the ballots. Now, what was that for?
I had to fact check you because you were spreading misinformation. This is why we need credible journalists who fact check information before sharing it.
Got it. I guess I will vote.
Come on.
Up we go. Can't even remember where I read that.
At Promise Valley Farm, we do dairy the old-fashioned Canadian way. Local, organic, and run by family. No chemicals, no additives, just dairy the way it used to be. From our family to your table, Promise Valley Farm.
Music has the power to heal, to connect us, and to tell stories words alone can't reach. I'm Kevin Pauls, and I'm inviting you to Song Circle, a series where songwriters open up about their creative journeys, their struggles, and the moments that inspire their music. Real stories, powerful songs, deep conversations. Song Circle.
The Upside is brought to you by IBEW Local 230.
Time to go back to the Irish Times pub. There's Jeff King and getting set for the Upside. They're getting set for the World Cup there. Stanley Cup finals are on. What an exciting time to be a sports fan, but the World Cup is where it's at and they're ready to go.
Yeah, is it ever? And, you know, the anticipation over the past year has been something else as well. So, yeah, get out and support the local businesses. Mike and Lee Spencer here. They own the Drake and Herald Street Brewing. Tell us about how excited you are. You guys said maybe you're learning a little bit more about the World Cup as we get closer.
Yeah, we got to learn fast because we're co-hosting the event at Market Square along with Whistleboy Brewing. So we're really excited about what's going to happen down there with license the area for 800 people and family friendly. So it's going to be
Lee, you're all decked out. You're ready for this. You got the hat. You got the red. How excited are you to host?
We're super excited, and the energy is going to be awesome in the square. We've got a huge, big screen. We've got a bar in there with cold beer and margaritas and other drinks. We've got a kitchen down there, so it's going to be a blast.
Right, and it's family friendly, as you mentioned, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. So all ages, no tickets, no cost to come. So come in, just soak up the energy.
Well, it's supposed to be really nice weather on Friday as well, so and Saturday as well. This young man here is Jeff Bray from the Downtown Victoria Business Association. You brought your prop. How excited are you? What's going on downtown? It's all going on downtown.
You know, this is going to be the place over the next 6 weeks to really come and enjoy the community and soccer. Cheer on your team, Canada. Or if you have another country that you want to support, England, then by all means come down. But really, we're helping to put on the Summer of Soccer, which is over 10 bars and restaurants in downtown that will be having the game with sound. Market Square, which is no tickets, all ages, with a giant jumbotron. And what viewers can do is they can go to dvba.ca/Summer of Soccer, and it will list all the events the city's putting on, events down at Ship Point. There'll be some activations right here at Broad and or at View and Government Street. So there's lots of stuff coming on. And what we really want to do is we want to see people coming out, wearing their jersey, sharing the community, and supporting our locally owned businesses here in downtown.
And, you know, you and I were talking about, you know, it's a mosaic, our community, made up of people from all around the world, and there's going to be pockets of people that are cheering on, perhaps their home countries.
Well, in fact, a group reached out to us. They're from Ghana,
right?
And they saw that summer soccer is going on, so they want to be involved and come down as a community and cheer on their team, which is in the World Cup. So we're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see lots of jerseys downtown, lots of energy. And really, it's going to be the place to be over the next 6 weeks. And it really is something that locals can enjoy and share with friends and family, and meet some new friends and families at various venues or at Market Square. And that's really what a sporting event like this is really good about.
Well, and the small businesses, and Mike and Lee, you can probably speak to this. I mean, you're the community. You're out in the community when kids' soccer teams or that sort of thing need sponsorships. They hit you folks up for that sort of thing. So, speak to the importance of getting downtown and supporting local.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially the mom and pop operations.
Right.
That it's been a tough few years coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We are going in the right direction, so we're really happy about that.
Yeah.
But activations like this can really springboard us moving forward. And our businesses, Whistleboys and ours, all about community, trying to embrace, make it sure they're very comfortable, safe spaces for people to come and meet each other and enjoy events together.
Yeah. Any predictions out of you, Lee, for game number 1 against Bosnia Herzegovina?
I'm not going to call it, but bring your low long chairs and your blankets to sit right in front of the screen in the square.
Yeah, I love that. Family friendly, and you guys probably didn't hear last hour that if Canada makes it onto that second round, Jeff Bray's going to shave his head. Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
Well, that's a little rumor that I started last.
I didn't hear that either.
A little rumor that I started last hour. Okay, one last time. Where do people go to get all the details?
Summer of Soccer is our website has all the listings. It's at dvba.ca/Summer Soccer. All the information in businesses, at Market Square, city activations, all in one place. This will be the place to be. Wear your jersey, wear your kit. Come out and support your community.
Yeah. Mike, Lee, nice to see you both. Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you, Jeff.
Time now for our Smile of the Day.
Smile of the Day, brought to you by Dr. Ross Crapo and Associates.
After 40 years, we know that changing your smile changes your life, and we're just getting started.
¿Y qué fue? No hiciste nada. Con tanta chapa, va a hacerle.
Well, for tonight's Smile, you'd normally want your goalkeeper to be focused on the match, but this little guy, he's got some moves to make before he goes out and stops others trying to make moves on him. The young man with a smooth beat and a clean sheet, fitting for a World Cup ahead for tonight's Smile of the Day. Max Crapo, and the Canadian goalkeeper for the World Cup, the starter. Maybe he's got some moves like that as he tries to stop his opposition coming up. But guys, this is a great opportunity for people to get together over the next month or so and celebrate local businesses with such a big event about to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if that goalkeeper had some Riley Green going in his earbuds. Maybe that's what he was dancing. Do you think that?
I want you in the worst way.
Yeah. What do you think? Oh, don't say anything. Just sit there and be
just
good
be
looking.
handsome.
That's it.
My wife said, don't forget, she's texting me, don't forget to pick the kids up from soccer and bring Riley Green home.
Bring flat Riley home.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
No, I guess I'm going to have to.
That's
He's
a tough piece of
6'4",
cardboard
Andy.
to compete
He's
with right there.
6'4".
He's 6'4".
And hunky.
Yes, that is true. He's 3 of these things belong together. One of them is just not the same tonight.
That's right. 2 of them are not the same.
That's right. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks so much and have a great night. We've got much more to come after the break, including a historic win for Canada in basketball. Please stay with us.
Now is a great time to help you set goals to help you reach financial success.
Maybe you want to reach that success by making a few updates to your home.
Or anything else you've been dreaming of accomplishing.
A Capital Direct FlexiLine can get you there.
How would you use $80,000, $280,000, or even $2.8 million?
For your best financial health, choose FlexiLine Fitness from Capital Direct.
Call us today.
CapitalDirect.ca.
Saratoga Speedway and Saratoga Motorsports Park is the Comox Valley's #1 destination for family entertainment. Head to SaratogaRacing.ca for a full look at all upcoming 2026 events and get your tickets now. Also, make sure to stay close to the action with Speedway RV, the North Island's newest campground. With over 100 sites, a general store, pool, and more, Speedway RV is the place to stay. Book your site now at speedwayrv.ca. Black Creek, Saratoga Speedway and Speedway RV, Vancouver Island's home of speed and family fun.
Experience BC's best whale watching with Prince of Wales. Explore the wonders of the natural world with family and friends in Victoria, Vancouver, and Telegraph Cove. Book now at princeofwales.com.
Are you dressed like Dr. Evil?
Hello, Mr. Campbell. I've invented a laser to lower prices. Allow me to demonstrate.
Sorry, ma'am.
The Old Farm Market. Great produce at the lowest prices.
I would go through moments of not being able to breathe, and my mother would complain about me snoring and not being able to sleep, so she found it very scary.
Snoring relief starts here with Quiet Night Laser Therapy from Dr. Leachman. Quiet Night uses gentle CO2 laser energy to help open airways and improve breathing. Enjoy better rest, more energy, and brighter mornings.
But now that I can actually breathe, I'm so much more energetic, and I wake up so much more well-rested.
Book your Quiet Night appointment with Dr. Leachman today.
Whatever your passion, whatever your activity, a lot of your health and wellness goals are riding on your feet. At New Balance Victoria, comfort and performance starts with a proper fitting shoe. Come in for a complimentary 3D foot scan evaluation. We assess your foot width, length, arches, and gait to ensure you get the product that fits and works best for your activities. You provide the passion, we provide the fit. New Balance Victoria, the island's running and walking store for over 20 years.
Are you ready, team?
Ready to outrun your trivia competition?
That is a huge number.
Where knowledge isn't power.
Are you ready to catch her?
It's survival.
Don't stop me now. Let's get to it.
The chase is on. Wednesdays at 9 on CHEK.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Island Eye Care in Victoria. Do your eyes itch, water, or burn? You may be suffering from dry eye. Get real answers and say goodbye to dry eye.
Jerry, have you talked to Vancouver? Is there interest to bring the kid home?
I think initially they expressed interest, but they have moving parts too, right?
On Donnie and Dolly this morning on CHEK, Brendan Gallagher's agent Jerry Johansson spoke about the Canucks' possible interest in bringing the 34-year-old Gallagher to his hometown. After more than 900 games in the NHL with the Montreal Canadiens, Gallagher said he likely won't be back next season, going into the final year of a 6-year contract with a cap hit of $6.5 million. Here comes the. Well, Canada's U18 men's national basketball team made history last night, winning the country's first FIBA U18 Men's AmeriCup Championship. Canada, led by tournament MVP Javion Tyndale, defeated the United States 67-65 in the finale in León, Mexico. Canada held the U.S. off the scoreboard in the final 87 seconds of the game.
Koenig slides, comes up with the ball, fires, saves Serge, rebound not cleared, Croc can't get there, Diaz, thunder fights.
Wild action in Quebec City as Pacific FC took on Supra du Quebec Saturday. After a number of chances, Alejandro Diaz finally puts the ball in the cage, his first goal since mid-April for PFC. That was late in the first half, but early in the second, Supra's Sean Ray with a low rocket catching the corner of the PFC goal. And the teams would finish in a 1-1 draw, the second straight game with a tie for PFC, still looking for their first win, and they'll try to get it on the mainland. They face Vancouver FC on Saturday.
First pitch to Reynolds is hit high.
Well, quite a ball game yesterday in Nanaimo when the Night Owls' Ethan Reynolds hit a 3-run shot in the 8th to tie their series finale with Edmonton at 6. And then in the 10th, Aiden Nicolak with a bases-loaded hit, and the Night Owls sweep the Riverhawks, Edmonton Riverhawks, with a 7-6 win. So Nanaimo near the top of the West Coast League's North Division right now, and we'll start a series in Bellingham tomorrow. And the news not so good for the Victoria Harbour Cats. They trailed 6-0 to the visiting Kelowna Falcons in the 8th. The Cats managed to cut that deficit in half, bringing in 3 runs in the inning, but fell 6-3, dropping all 3 games of that series at Royal Athletic Park. The Harbour Cats are on the road tomorrow in Edmonton. The Cats took 2 of 3 against the Riverhawks last week. We'll take a break with Island Rewind on the other side.
Victoria is Canada's garden capital,
and your yard deserves to look the part. RLC is a locally owned landscaping company serving Victoria with expert design, hardscaping, and complete irrigation solutions. Whether you need a smart sprinkler system or a full yard transformation, our team brings your vision to life, efficiently, beautifully, and built to last. From lush lawns to water-saving drip systems, we handle it all. RLC, Victoria's irrigation and landscaping specialists.
We live here, we work here.
And we care about getting your move right.
You Move Me provides big-hearted service.
With friendly, uniformed professional movers.
A stress-free move is within your reach.
Book your best move ever at youmoveme.com.
Van Al Windows has been manufacturing and installing custom-made windows and patio doors that have stood the test of time since 1978. By manufacturing locally right here in this factory in Victoria, you have the choice to pick them up, be delivered, or installation. We also offer double and triple pane products so you can choose more energy-efficient windows and reduce your carbon footprint. The choice is yours. Made with pride on the island for the island.
At Jenner, it's our promise to give your family the best deal from the best people on a new Chevrolet Bolt or Equinox EV. Our 45th anniversary continues to go green at Jenner Chevrolet Buick GMC, still on the old on highway.
Romeo's is proud to be serving Victoria and Vancouver Island for over 40 years. If you can't come to Romeo's, Romeo's will deliver to you.
300 Romeo's pizzas delivered right now.
Whoa, it's Romeo's, proud sponsor of people who love to eat.
At Promise Valley Farm, we do dairy the old-fashioned Canadian way. Local, organic, and run by family. No chemicals, no additives, just dairy the way it used to be. From our family to your table, Promise Valley Farm.
Get a local and personal experience when you invest with Cooper Pacific.
Our funds provide you with income and growth options that help secure your retirement.
Trust a family business with a legacy of experience and stability.
Visit cooperpacific.ca.
Canada are pressing. That's a quality ball. Now into the box.
Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, a full-service mechanical contractor since 1954. From emergency service to preventative maintenance, commercial to residential. Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating. We're plumb serious about plumbing. Visit us at ajph.com.
They're renovating their home, and what a start! The finishing store in Nanaimo carries the finest flooring, doors, mantles, and molding. With expert design advice, installation, and custom woodworking, these homeowners are taking the lead. Ooh, and what a finish!
Before this happens to you, bring your boat back to life with Sherwood Marine. Sherwood Marine Center has select Suzuki outboards priced to move. Save up to $1,500 or get financing as low as 0.99% on motors over 30 horsepower. Plus, a 6-year warranty. And additional discounts on older stock Suzuki outboards. Repower your boat with Suzuki, the ultimate outboard motor. Visit Sherwood Marine Center on Oldfield Road at Keating Crossroads, because life's better on a boat.
This CHEK program is brought to you in part by Bathfitter. Book your free consultation at bathfitter.com.
Welcome back. Well, CFB Comox has seen its share of changes in aircraft utilized in search and rescue missions, especially at night. Well, 45 years ago, there was a ceremony at the base to welcome a new aircraft with the latest technology.
She served Canada for 23 years. In her day, the Argus was one of the top planes in her class. Now the fuel it takes to lift her off the ground is no longer available. She was born during the Cold War, and with hostilities increasing throughout the world, a newer model is needed to take her place. The arrival of the Argus's replacement was cause for celebration at CFB Comox. The new CP-140 Aurora means more comfort for the people who fly her and more capabilities in search and rescue and offshore surveillance. 14 are in use on the East Coast. 4 will eventually fly out of Comox. And after dignitaries led by Defense Minister Gilles Lamontagne had taken their seats, Lieutenant Governor Henry Bell-Irving's normally sedate royal salute was shattered by 2 fighters escorting the plane the fuss was all about. The Lockheed-built Aurora will make trips along Canada's coast and into the far north. A reminder to isolated residents they do have an armed forces. Inside, computers monitor and program the plane's capabilities. Nighttime search and rescue operations will be aided by an infrared system that detects heat radiating from bodies lost at sea or in dense bush. And its understated but prime function is tracking submarines. The Soviets make regular forays across the Pacific, and military spokesmen won't confirm or deny if they've ever crossed into Canadian waters.
In the past few years, the USSR and the nations of the Warsaw Pact have built up enormous land, sea, and air forces. We do not know how these forces will be used, but we do know that they are far beyond the requirements for defense.
In a wartime situation, an armed Aurora could sink a nuclear sub. But thoughts of war weren't paramount in the minds of the specially trained crew who flew the Aurora to Comox. They were full of compliments for the computers and comforts that had been missing in the old Argus. The final flypast of the day was reserved for her. One will stay in Comox as a museum plane. The other will be sold as scrap, a victim of high-powered defense technology that begins a military aircraft's decline to obsolescence the minute it makes its first flight.
Island Rewind is brought to you by Arbutus RV. Whatever your adventure, 6 island locations to serve you.
And that does it for us this evening. Thanks so much for watching. Chadis Leo will be here for CHEK News at 10. Until then, have a great night.